Hey, y'all, it's your girl Shay. Welcome back to my channel. How y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing amazing. Shout out to all my day ones. Hello, love y'all. Thank you for being down for me. You ain't never had to be down with me this long, and I thank you. And to all of my new subscribers, or just you're just turning on to me, hello, welcome. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I'm very grateful. So y'all, let's get right down to business. All right. So let's talk schedule first. So I'm batch recording tonight. Y'all, can y'all believe I'm recording at night? I never record at night. But we gonna get it done. I just feel like it's something y'all need to hear. So that's what I'm doing. So today, this video is prioritize and pivot. The next video next week is what you gonna tell them nosy family, friends, neighbors about you not having kids and not being married yet at Thanksgiving. That's what we're gonna talk about next week, okay? This week we're gonna talk about how you're gonna pivot, you're gonna reprioritize, because that is very important. So let me say this. Sometimes you have got to slow down to speed up. Sometimes you just can't keep going. And I'm going to tell you a sign that you need to prioritize. Oh, yeah. And if you need to put me on pause, go get your favorite drink, go get your favorite snack, because I'm going to take my time. I'm really speaking from my heart today because I've had to do this in my own personal life. So back to the schedule program. Sometimes you got to slow down and speed up. And it's important to be in tune with yourself to know when you need to do that. Because what happens is sometimes stuff is you going. And then it feels like you're really not making progress. The goals that you're setting out to achieve, you're not making them. You're tired. You can't focus. Things are not going well. So I want you to think about that. If that's what's going on in your life, if stuff just feels stale and not really fresh, if you've gotten too far from your goals, you're not even on the path. You know what I'm saying? Going into we are almost at the last month of the year. I want you to really think about what it is that you set out to do at the beginning of the year that you did not do. You do not have to wait to New Year's Eve to get things started. Start slow, because incremental changes are going to be the most lasting changes. Okay, so let's talk about it. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down in every area. So let's start with your personal life. If you're lonely and you ain't met the right person, whatever, consider doing some things different. Consider going out to maybe more restaurants, and sitting at the bar. Not that you have to drink. I don't drink. And it's okay that you don't. You can sit at the bar and not drink. Order club soda. You can order anything. They even make mocktails. I know when I go to like Ruth's Chris and stuff, they make mocktails for me special. Like I like pineapple juice. I like ginger ale, so stuff like that. Get you a nice mocktail, sit down, have you a nice little dinner, and you can go by yourself and just be available to meeting new people. That doesn't mean you're going to go there and meet your husband tomorrow. No, it don't mean that. But I've heard people say that, and I do believe that that is true. When you are alone, and sometimes when you're with a group of people, you're engrossed in them, and then you're not really paying attention to your surroundings. Some men need a little bit of reassurance to be able to come up to you. So having you be there with girlfriends and stuff like that may be intimidating. So if that's the case, change some things up. You cannot just go to work, come home, and do nothing and expect for things to move. So I want you to consider going outside of your comfort zone with some stuff. I have online dated before. I hated it. I'll never do it again. I think it's dangerous. But to be honest with you, it's a lot of people that have done it and it's worked for them. So I don't want to put my judgments on to what you could do. I mean, I don't feel like it's good. But there are people who have done it and it's worked for them. If you are going to do it, I ask that you be safe, turn on your location, let people know who you're meeting with, let people know where you're going, and what your plans are for the evening. Okay. So that's like the dating part. If you're married and things are getting dry and stale, then maybe think about you and your partner maybe doing something that's new for you all. Maybe Maybe, spice up the date nights, do something different, go out of town, do a 24 hours in, Vegas or whatever. Do something fun. Do something fun without the kids, or if you're empty nesters or you don't have children at all, do something to spice it up, because you got to reprioritize what's important. Your marriage is important. Your love life is important. And all these other things can't trump that either. Okay. So that's one way. Then I think about your own personal self, your health, your mental health, and your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health. I really think this is a season where people can really get down. People can feel really crappy about their lives. They have not accomplished goals that they wanted to set out for, whatever the case may be. I need you to make a change slowly but surely. Even if you gotta, like, all right, I need to go to the gym, whatever. Go to the gym once a week. Just start there. The small changes add up to big, okay? Just start drinking more water, adding more vegetables to your day. Things like that, because you got to get back on track with the things that are important. Next, professionally, do what you need to do to stay on top of your job. If you need to make sure that you have that task list. I know I talked about this in a video before about making sure that you have your list. I think I had in the last video last week about your list and stuff. No one's going to stay on top of you about what needs to be done. You need to have... It's good to have coworkers who are on top of that, on top of things, so you can call them for stuff. And making sure that you're entertaining and talking to people who are on top of it, who know what's going on, who can help you grow as a professional, all of that stuff. If it's time to get a mentor, if it's time to start looking for new jobs, this is the time. If it's time to start looking for new jobs, it's time to refresh that resume. Even if you don't start the job search today, take out that dusty resume and start revising it, okay? Start revising it. Next, it would be for your mental health. Maybe you need to see a therapist. Maybe you need to talk to a counselor. Maybe you need to do that, because talking to everybody else about your stuff, they ain't doing nothing but getting tired of listening to you. And on top of it all, they giving bad advice. Now, I said this in the last video. You got to watch telling people everything. Sometimes they just giving you bad advice. They're not giving you advice that is going to make you thrive. So I would really think about that, okay? And maybe not. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's needed up the church stuff. I don't play about them sermons. I be watching my sermons, y'all. Up the church sermons that you're watching and church services you're going to, praise and worship time, journaling, drinking your water, all of that, reading your Bible. I have the Bible app. I read that every morning. And in addition, I do a Bible study on my own. Stuff like that, spiritually, that's going to get you right. And in turn, that spiritual piece going to get you right in every other area too. If you up that, everything else goes right. And then when I think about your financial health, this is a time when you start to spend a lot of money. Is it necessary? I want you to ask yourself that. You have priorities. Is it necessary? Everybody don't need that A1 gift. Everybody don't need a gift. If you got a big family, maybe it's time for everybody to pick names this year. And you be the one to suggest it. Be the one to follow it through, because you got priorities. You got goals. Okay? And the priority is always to be healthy, to be wealthy in mind, body, spirit, and money. And it's to be the best version of yourself. That's the priority. To take care of the ones who love you and who you love. If you're a caregiver caring for elderly parents, or you notice that your parents are starting to have health challenges, you've got to make time to check on them. That is a priority. If it means you miss going bowling one night, then you may got miss going to bowling, or you gotta maybe go late or leave early. Check on them parents. When I tell you, I miss them both. I miss both my parents. And how I wish I could hear my mother call me up and ask me, and when I don't feel like it, Shayna, where you at? Go get me a Dr. Pepper and a bit of honey. I wish I could hear that. I'm just saying. make sure that they are, if they need, make sure they are on your priority list. If your children have been diagnosed with things recently, if your children are sick, some of the stuff that you got going is going to have to be a little bit on ice just to maintain for you to be able to take care of your children. If your husband's in need, if your siblings are in need, cousins, somebody, grandma, make sure you're making time for them, because when they gone, they gone. And it don't feel good. When they gone, they gone. All right. So prioritize what's important. Even if some of it does not include you, like the caregiving duties. And when it does include you, and with that, your self-care routine. Are you doing your face mask? Are you doing your baths? Are you lighting a candle? Are you listening to the Isley Brothers? Because I do that every week. I have to. I pour out all the time. I'm always pouring out. And the reason the way I get replenished is from my relationship with God, number one, and the way I take care of myself. So I just wanted to come by and remind you about your priorities, and that you need to pivot. Do what you need to do to get it done. Remember, it is a season. Nothing lasts forever and everything changes. But you got to go with the tide. I got a video on that, going with the flow of life. Got to go with the tide, or you're going to be left behind. And I don't want that for you. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Remember to follow me on Instagram at Theshayelle, TheeShayelle. And remember, ain't nobody better than you. You deserve the best out of life. I hope this message has inspired you. I hope this message finds you blessed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in my next video.